Hi, welcome to Del's Kitchen, the third edition, and this one is a special one because it's a Valentine's one. I love Valentine's Day because it gives me a chance to spoil my loved ones. In my case, it's my family. And today we are going to cook lamb chops on hearty mashed potato with asparagus and tomatoes on wine. Okay, so firstly, I'm just going to cut off the thick stems of the asparagus because they're not required, and I'll quickly keep these for blanching in boiling water like that. So this process shouldn't take more than 2 minutes really, and you can see that they're still very green, exactly the way they should be, because I'm going to pan fry them later.
Using the same water, I'm going to place all the potatoes in for boiling as well.
Okay, what I'm about to do is firstly make the marinade for the lamb chops. You have ginger, curry leaves, salt, mint, coriander, chilies, fried onion, garlic, and a little bit of oil. Pour in all the oil. I've already put in the mint and coriander. In goes the curry leaves.
And all the other ingredients in the little chopper. This is exactly the grainy consistency that I want for the marinade. A bit grainy, a bit rustic.
And I'm also going to add a spice called Rasul Hanu. Okay, so just slap on the marinade onto each lamb chop.
Make sure you coat both the sides of the lamb chops. Smear them with the marinade.
So this is exactly the desired effect I would have for my lamb chops to marinate. Ideally, if you could marinate your lamb chops for at least an hour, would really give a delicious flavor.
It's time to put the tomatoes on a baking tray, put some sea salt on it, some olive oil, place it in the oven at 180 for 10 minutes. So while the potatoes are boiling, I'm just chopping spring onions ready for the mashed potato. The potatoes are ready. I'm going to drain them out, ready for mashing. Using a really thin slice of butter.
Ready to take the garlic. Pinch of salt is all you need. What I'm also going to do is, before I mash the potatoes, I'm going to take a tiny piece of butter in the same pan where we did the asparagus and the garlic, and just very lightly fry the spring onions to give it some richness and nutty flavor from the butter. So all I'm going to do is, in a bowl where I have put some sea salt, put all the spring onion in.
This time I'm using a lot more butter for my mash because I'd like it buttery, no milk needed. Here we go, mash away.
Okay, so here we have the mash ready and the asparagus is ready. So I'm just going to keep it aside. I'm going to get the tomatoes out, which have been cooking for the last 15 minutes in the oven. The lamb chops, the best bit. Using the same pan, and although you can use a frying pan, I would rather use a deep wok type frying pan. This is not a wok, but in the style of a wok, only because when you cook meat, when you fry meat, it kind of starts spitting out oil all over the place, and this actually protects it. Some oil in the pan, and make sure that the pan is really hot.
Here we go, let's put the lamb chops in.
You just need to cook these chops for 2 minutes on each side.
Quickly making some lamb choux using homemade chicken stock. Add a touch of red wine and give it a good boil, and your lamb choux will be ready in no time.
I've got a very funky heart-shaped mold in which I shall be putting the mash in.
Here I'm just going to strain the lamb choux into a little bowl. Just a little bit is required.
Now is the fun bit, just plating it all together and making it fun. So firstly, I'm going to start by putting the tomatoes on wine, putting my asparagus tips on the other side, along with the garlic, I shall add my lamb chops. That should be fine. Just put a wee bit of salad to the side to just add a bit of color. And of course, if you should so desire, some lamb jus, just a bit on the chops. It should do the trick. Valentine's lamb chops with my hearty mash. That's why I love cooking. This is the best bit. Perfectly pink on the inside, just the way a lamb chop should be. In my mouth now. Oh my god. You must try this as well. How simple was this to make? Go on guys, feed the ones you love. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you.